Home workout 70. First movement in the block is crossbody Romanian deadlift. So I'm going to go for 8 repetitions each side on this one, trying to keep the spine lengthened. There will be twisting or rotation on the back, but again I want to keep myself or my spine lengthened and I'm not rounding or flexing my lower back here. 8 repetitions each side. If this is challenging, we can kind of widen our feet and just bring the weight to the middle, the center between our feet. So 8 repetitions on each side for this one. Again, weight through the heels, big toe down into the floor. The next movement in block A is going to be the Zercher Goodmorning. So we're working a good strong hip hinge here. So again, what I make sure I'm doing is I'm not bending my knees forward. I'm actually just bending from the hips here. I'm keeping the weight close to my chest on the way up and squeezing the weight towards my chest. So I'm trying to work through a good hip extension at the top of the repetition. So I'm not overarching my lower back here. I'm squeezing my glutes forward under the shoulders. So the third exercise for block A is going to be the Deadbug with a floor press. So again, I'm always on for quality repetitions over quantity on this one, so I'm going to go for 8 repetitions on each side. So what I'm doing here is I'm lowering the weight, and as I do that I'm extending my opposite leg. When I'm extending and lowering the weight, I really want to try and keep my lower back pressed into the floor, so I'm maintaining good bracing pressure the whole time throughout the repetition. There are 3 movements for block A. We're going to go for 3 rounds in that one before we move on to block B. Block B, we're going to start with the Curtsy Lunge, 10 repetitions on each leg for this one. So as I'm stepping back and down, there's going to be a bit of outward tracking, I guess, with that knee, that front leg, which is okay as long as we keep the sole of our foot in contact with the floor the whole time. So as I'm stepping to the side here and behind me, I don't want my front foot to come up onto my side. I want to keep my big toe, my little toe, and my heel in contact with the floor the whole time. And I'm using that front leg to try and pull or drive myself back to the top position. So for this one, we're going to go for 10 repetitions on each side. The second movement in block B is some balance work. So it's going to be the Passunders. We're going to go for 8 repetitions each side on this one. So I'm struggling, I'm in a bad balance day today on this one. But what I want to do here is I want to keep one knee lifted, so knee roughly in line with my thigh here. I'm trying to pass under and even bring the weight a little more out to the side to challenge myself a bit more. Although like I said, it wasn't a good balance day for me today on this. So 8 repetitions on one side, then 8 repetitions on the other side. Next up, we're looking at the Contra lateral sit-up, 10 repetitions each arm. So with this one, I have one foot anchored down here. I'm using the kettlebell to keep my foot down. So I'm using that hip flexor on that side to kind of pull myself up a little bit. The weight that has, or the arm that has the weight, I want to keep that arm extended and over my shoulder the whole time. I said it many times before, but I have not got full range of movement or full extension on my right arm, so that's why there's a little bend in my elbow here. But I want to keep my that weight at least over the shoulder as I sit up. On the way down, I'm keeping my tummy, my core braced, so as I lower myself, I'm trying to get my vertebrae to touch the floor one at a time. My shoulders don't have to come all the way back onto the floor, but I want to push my lower back into the ground on the way down. So 10 repetitions each side for that movement. Last movement for block B is going to be the 90-90 sliders. Again, we're not really trying to force this movement in any way. We don't have any pressure or strain on the inside of the knee. 10 repetitions each side for this, trying to get elevation through the glute muscle. So block B is going to be same format as A, 3 rounds. Block C will be the final block here. 3 movements for this one. Single leg Romanian deadlift with a 1 arm row. So I'm using a hand support here to help keep my hips level. I want to try and reach back with my heel. I'm using the glute on that leg to elevate my leg. On my standing leg, hamstring glute will be active to stabilize. We're not going to be using a massive amount of weight here, so I'm not looking to overload my lats or my arms. It's really just, I'm using the row movement or exercise to try and really engage and try and test my balance and stability a little bit here. Second movement is going to be a kneeling hip extension. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to flex back through my hips, control on the way down. I'm using my glutes to kind of push forward on the way up. So again, I'm not looking to hyperextend here and throw my shoulders backwards. It's almost like saying, like, if you imagine there's a band, a resistance band around my waist, it's trying to pull me backwards. I'm trying to push against that on the way up. So extend through the hips. We're going to go for 12 repetitions on this one. The third and final movement for block C is the tall kneeling curls. 12 repetitions here. So similar to the last movement, I'm going to be in my top position. Glutes are active, chest down, but I'm not flaring my rib cage and overarching my back. So it's very much a core stability exercise in this one as well. I'm not really overloading the arms too much here. Glutes active to anchor myself, keep myself balanced. 12 repetitions. I'm going to repeat that for 2 more rounds. It'll be 3 rounds in total for block C.